Hello everyone and welcome back to Anno 1800 hard mode, to another, well, hopefully exciting session where we are right now in Knuters. Problem is, in Knuters, the plague is spreading and roaming through the streets. Another trade offer at the same time from Beryl with the trade rights. She's lowering her price, so we just continue declining it, and at some point she might actually go for it. And in that case here, we got also the first plague now in the, well, in my city. Now for that we do need the hospital. I also have the smaller one, the nature path, but the normal hospital just has the right amount of doctors, so I would like to go ahead. And we do have a bit of a space still there, so let's just move a couple of these workers to the outer edges, so those guys here, right? So we can still move them where they do get their school need fulfilled and stuff like that, and then we can move those artisans over, and then we can squeeze in one hospital here. Let's just have a quick look at that. Just this road here we still need to get rid of. The houses around it still have the right action, and look at that, we also have a new nice skin for the hospital that I would really like to use. So the standard one is this one, which does look a bit too New World like to me, right? It doesn't look like it belongs in a proper 19th century city really. This one here does, so let's add it. It looks like a proper Gotham looking hospital, and I do like that. We also have a special entrance. Then here there is the school. I might also get rid of this road here, move the school just a tiny bit like that, and then we have this nice looking area right in front of it for the hospital then, right? And since I'm also in the mood for it, let's just add a few trees for now that finally also adds some ornaments to the city. And here probably also another paved road then around that, right? So the hospitals can go in and out here, the doctors, and also there is a back entrance, right? And that's about it. We might actually do something here. I might actually move this one by one and then have this one, so that we have this, that we use the right texture for it as well. And that we have a big hospital right in the city center that is hopefully curing my people there once more. And we do have a landmark building. Landmark is something that you see right away when you look at your town, and the hospital definitely is one of them. The church would be the other one, right? So that's that. Now also, what should be on the way, something I've prepared, there it is, my hot kipper. My schooner is getting 100 tons of steel beams over to my city because we do need this. And at Archie we do still have some schooners. Let's go ahead and sell them. So some whopping 5,000 credits on top of that. And when I look at Archie's list of goods here, nothing really strikes me. We just had something for defense. There it is, for example, so these fine wooden hulls. What? Impressed by my military progress? Oh, yes, also. My first royal warship is out in all its glory. We got it. The A-tier sailing warship ready for action with the right ornaments, that is. And this is going to start protecting us now. Yeah, we definitely will need to equip it then with items. And I'm waiting for the next ones to come out, and we could already commission the next one again. For that matter, but this is still going to be quite busy here, so it's fine for a while. Yeah, about the steel beams. So the steel beams are coming in. We do have a window stand as well, so this would make it possible then finally also go for the docklands that we can start as well. Definitely something up my alley, and very important for happiness, we do need to provide a variety theater for my people. So once again, I also need some space for this building here, as centrally as possible, of course, and I might just have it then right next to my church building over there. So this looks like a proper location for it. We just need to move some buildings around once more. So we do have actually some farmers here that are very close to the town center itself, and some workers there, and we can just go ahead and move them right over there. As we can see, it does cost me some credits there, but not the worst, right? But still, that's why I like to keep this feature, because it's really just that important. And then we can have the variety theater in this sexy location, also going to affect quite a lot of people. And it will also then have a proper entrance here, and just goes along right beside my church basically. And we build it. We do need 2 more tons of steel beams, and also the steel beams coming in soon might be helping for that occasion too. That would be the variety theater, and then I would like to work on the docklands. There's the main building right away, and then we can add modules left and right once more. It's also going to have then its entrance here, right? So for now, that's going to be fine. I might actually consider moving the docklands over here then at some point. But for now, this is a very good location also because it's rather protected by the mountain than if there's any incoming attack. This will, however, be also very expensive. So 50 tons of steel beams for only the starting building. So that's why the steel beams coming in soon is very much required so we can build those two very important buildings. Let's also just check my rates here once more. So it's all looking rather good. The beer should also be in better now. So it's not fully working. So there might be something amiss. And then the sewing machines are also in. I can then also start working on rum and the canned food. Now canned food would be my next one. Let's just check why the breweries have problems. So it's not because of the malt. It is because of the hops that is missing. But we've just reinforced our hops production. And I might also... boosting here on this island is actually not possible. It's adding too much of a penalty. So I will just need to add more hops plantations. But the hops production is at 7, and in Knutus we do have a consumption of 5, so it should be fine. But I might still go ahead and add us a few more here. And there you go, 4 more should be fine. They don't really cost me anything and they will solve the problem. Holy cow, it's really spreading quickly here, the plague right now. That is seriously affecting my workforce at this point. I'm mobilizing my doctors, so that means we can have now 3 doctors going out there. So 2 of them are out now already. So that we can double up the healing rate, right? Oh, look at that, poor fella. They're being treated right on the streets. There's still some more buildings we can upgrade, or we can build actually, so let's go ahead. We have the timber, and here as well we do need people. That is fine. And then also a few more here, just beside the oil patches. Back in Martinez, the cotton production is now in full swing. So this is producing, and the next clip I will bring over the cotton. And we can also work on my rum production right away. For rum, let's just check out how much rum I would actually need. So in Knutus we have a rum consumption right now of 4. So as I said, up to, let's plan for a potential of 10 at the moment. That would lead to 5 rum distilleries. I do need to have a bit of space for that. And of course I also need to have the workforce. Workforce wise we should be fine. But I will need to plan for at least 10 of these rum distilleries. So let's go ahead and start with the sugarcane plantations themselves. Probably actually we make the whole thing over here work, right? And the city will then just be on the left side. Let's try to make this happen. For that I will need a few of these rum distilleries here. Yep. In that case, what we could do here with those rum distilleries, we could also try and boost them later on. And with that, I don't need that many since they really do consume a lot of space. Right, so if I get rid of those 2 here at least. And there you go, we have now the rum distilleries plus the rum plantations plus a nice trade union in the center that will boost most of these productions then as well, just as I like it. Also a fire station, of course, we have room for that. Let's go ahead and start building it. Let's start with the first of 4. That will be already then a production of 8 rum, so that should be fine already. And with that also just these ones here actually. And that is the rum distilleries that we have. The ratio is just exactly 1:1. We do lack a few farmers for that, so I do just need to add a few more buildings. There is the marketplace, and yeah, we also have now that bridge over there, so I can just happily continue then with another city district over here. So we're just going with these ones here. Oh, I'm actually also running out of timber now. Not that easy actually seeing something as the trees are really high. And yeah, also cities coming up there with a beautiful bridge then in the center. What I still will need for these rum distilleries, as they will also consume now wood, and that is with a ratio of 1 to 2. So we do need to have 2 lumberjack huts for these 4 rum distilleries if I want to make this work. And for that, we probably will need a bit more space again, as always. And space is always a tricky beast. Let's go ahead with 1 lumberjack hut for now here. And another one we can then have safely out here. Right, and we could also boost it by 50% up to this. So I don't need to build more of them. I will just boost them in the future so that the logs are coming in them. And yeah, this will start to work now. Also, some farmers are still moving in, and we have enough potential there of a very good production overall. Money-wise, let's go ahead with the 15 and the 10 there. So for now, we have some very good newspaper articles, basic articles. So I would still like to continue boosting my money there a bit. And Carl actually likes that I do use my propaganda. So we're at 50 with him, but I'm not going to use any flattery on them yet. Or anymore, at least, because it doesn't work. Oh, fried plantain, is that right? We are also out of fried plantain. Let's go ahead and double my fried plantain production. We can do this with another fish oil factory, another kitchen, another plantation, to get a bit more in that, because that will help with the workforce then as well. And there we have a few more buildings. Also do this. This will just work out. And then we have our cotton production. This, however, will not be enough anymore, right? So it's going to take a while for the rum production to ramp up anyway. And until then, we will have then a clipper ready. Let's actually pause then after this one and build a clipper. And then I'm going ahead with another Royal Galleon once more. And also my steel beams are in. That means we can now finally start with the Variety Theater. Let's have this beautiful building here now in Knutes. So this one is going to directly increase now the happiness of my artisans. Perfect. Rum would be the other thing, and rum will then really pay off once we have more artisans in, right? And then I have the right amount of materials now to also start with the docklands. So over here, this building up and running now too, with with 1 trade contract available only right now, and we could then start importing goods. So at the moment, I can't think of anything that we should import here. It's probably then really just going to be ore, because we do lack ore rather quickly already, and we could boost our soap production there once more. We do have a very good pig surplus at the moment, and for that I could go ahead with, yeah, let's not just say could, I am going ahead with 2 more rendering works and 1 more soap factory then as well. And let's just make this one here paved as well, so that we do have shortened transportation times with the upgraded warehouse as well. This will help with my soap production. And yeah, I could then go ahead and add soap now to the list. So as always, usually I'm going with my soap. There we have it. We are having only a small surplus at the moment, so I'm not going crazy with it. And it really doesn't matter what we import, right? For the iron ore, we do need to have at least 360 soap exported, and then this makes sense, getting the iron and the coal in. So until then, it really doesn't matter what we import, and I just think that we go with pigs overall, right? Because we do need it anyway. And let's start with a volume of 30. So it's going to take a while, but we're going to get there. Another thing in Orb de Douche that we need to start now is also our fur coat production. So I'm expecting the cotton to come in anytime, and the hunting cabin is still missing. So we do need to get our fur coat production up. Let's once again, oh, look at that. Silver and Beryl are now at war. That's what I like to see. No war declaration on us at the moment, right? So in my last playthrough with the Infernal trio that we had, they formed alliances against me right away, and those guys here are actually going to fight against each other. This is exciting. So we have the Admiral here and Beryl actually just across the channel there. So they're looking at each other here with smaller islands, and that means they're probably going to fight against them rather sooner, against each other rather soon. I don't know about what though, because space certainly is not a problem yet. And this whole thing here, only slowly do we cure the plague. Only slowly. Yeah. Now let's go back here to my business. We do have a consumption of 2 right now for the fur coats, and the fur coat dealer produces 2 per minute, so 1 would be fine, but let's rather plan with 2, and that also leads to 4 hunting cabins that we need minimum right now, and only now, by the way, so this is only going to go up over time, of course. So let's go ahead with 2 here, and then we also have 1 here, and this one hopefully will get some good coverage once we build it properly. Yeah, something like that. And they only really require some farmers, right? And farmers we have plenty of, so 10 farmers each, and they can now start their production. Those with the forest are ramping up 100% right away, while the other ones will still need to plant some trees around them before they can really fully start hunting. And since we still have some timber left, let's have a few more people living here in Orb de Douche.
All we deserve.
Yeah, also this will need a bit more work cloth, and for that we have another production up and running, though. Yeah, of course, as we can see, that is hurting me a bit there when it comes to the workforce. But that should be fine now. Alright, so that's the fur. I don't think I have a clipper or a ship ready. Oh yeah, actually we do have the hot kipper ready for this. And I probably could do this, or we go with hops. Puddle duck we have on this route here right now, and I think puddle duck will probably not be really full. There it is. And how much hops do we have then? 40 by the time, or 20 and 30 to 40 by the time it arrives. So I think it could also transport the fur then over. Next warship, the Winged Monkey, is out. And with that also, we should be seeing now our military score going up here a bit, right? So we are now at 40 almost there. And once we are equal with the pirate, she is really likely going to ceasefire with us then without demanding 2 million credits. So that would be nice, of course, as we should be unlocking the pirate for us for trading, because RG alone will not do the trick, even though he also sells now with the combat overhaul 0.14. He will also sell us now some items for ships, right? Because up to this point it was only possible at the pirate, but things are looking a bit better now, which is absolutely required that we get these items sooner, though they are still very expensive. My hot kipper, let's actually get hot kipper on this trade route here for the fur. There it is. There's already some 3 tons in. 2 knuters, and the hot kipper is going to do the job. So we got now 5 trade routes already working. And where is my wild pigeon? I hope it's already getting some cotton over. Yes, some 70 tons of cotton are already in transit now to Knuters. We still have a bit of a problem with the workforce, so let's go ahead and get us a few more workers. That is something we can easily do, as we have the right amount of farmers everywhere. Yeah, here in my, as I like to call it, my core city, we can definitely add more. And we could also then start now with adding more on the other side of the river too. Very good. And the Schnaps is now suffering because of that. Oh, also, the plague is gone. Very good. This is further recovering our workforce then. And about the Schnaps, so we still have... Do we not have a nice surplus now here? It's 10 to 13. We produce 50% more, so we definitely should be full on that. So let's continue with 2 more Schnaps distilleries, as we can afford them still. Alright, originally I wanted to go with my red pepper farms on Knuters, but I thought, why, when we still have the space here? I do have my fur production, right? And we can still expand this fur production to this area. So this whole area is available for red pepper and beef farms, and we should definitely use them, as I also I don't expect that we need that much more hops plantations. I can just boost them as well, and we should be golden with that. And the cannery, as we all know, we don't need forever, right? So or the kitchen really, because we can have them with special items, have those farms here reduced. So let's just go ahead and start with my canned food production, which is then the last on my list on our work towards engineers. And for that, we just need the red pepper, really. And we do need, this is going to be a bit tricky though, as the canned food production is rather complicated. We do only need 1 per minute right now. So I'm expecting it goes up to 3 or something like that. And since 3 is a very bad number to calculate, we're going with a base number of 4 production that we need potentially. And that would lead me to 8 red pepper farms and 8 cattle farms if I do the math here right. So that we can have 8 artisanal kitchens. So this is a ratio of 1 to 1. And those 8 artisanal kitchens can supply then 4 or 6 canneries actually that produce 4 canned food per minute at a maximum, right? So that's that. We will also need then 1 iron mine, by the way, that supports it all because this is producing 4 per minute, right? And this one is consuming every 1.5 minutes. So you can have 1 for 6 canneries. And yeah, let's go ahead. We do need 6 red pepper farms, 8 red pepper farms, sorry. And I hope that we can squeeze them in here. It should be possible as it doesn't really require that much space. And there we have 8 red pepper plantations. It's probably never going to be more than this here, right? But we also need 8 cattle farms. This is a bit more tricky as cattle farms require way more space. Even 9 we can squeeze in this area. And with that, we have all the production in the world that we need for our canned food over here. And at the same time, also my clipper is ready, the next one. So the ardent squib. Let's get the ardent squib on my very next trade route right away. And this is going to be now from, of course, Martinez, right? Over here to Knutas once more, getting us the rum over. And yeah, as we can see, we already have quite a bit of rum in the storages here, so we will also need to work on the rum, the storage upgrades. Ardent squib, there you go. Ardent squib, before it really fully starts with that, let's just go ahead and get this one some bricks on board. So we're going to need this, and also, yeah, some 50 tons of weapons. Let's make it 40 tons of weapons. Nah, let's make it 50 tons of weapons, and also some steel beams. So this is then for my own protection, of course. Actually, I will need more bricks. Let's go ahead. And let's get all of this over to Martinez, right? So at the moment, it's still easy for us because there's peacetime, so no problem. Another clipper is on the way, and then 2 royal warships are already planned as well. So we have the materials for quite some time. And in Orb de Douche, we can actually, yep, go ahead and start with that. We are not going to build all 8 of them, of course. I would rather start with only 4, so half of the original production. And I will also need to boost my iron production here in Orb de Douche and also in Knutas. So I haven't done this one yet, and yeah, in Knutas it's fine, really easy doing it, the 50%, because we do have the happiness to supplement that. And with that, we can go ahead and start building this warehouse and this warehouse. Can I still do? Come on, this is possible. It's not looking ideal, but it is possible. We should have a fire station here as well. And then I would like to build those 4 here. Actually, we can't because it's so expensive. It costs me 8,000 just the buildings themselves, and then the plantations too. Now, I need to wait for that before I really go crazy on my canned food. We still need to sell some more stuff by the looks of it. So some more clippers we should sell. Yeah, we could sell clippers. Or also, we could just go ahead and upgrade more people to artisan, something we should be doing. Those guys here probably will need a school before I can upgrade all of them here. So we have 1 school down here, so the next one would make sense. If I want these guys, I reach anyway with the paved road upgrade. Here we could have the next school. There is a power plant, but once I build this, the pub will be obsolete anyway. So I could actually use this space for now to use it for a school building, right? So we can just easily squeeze it in here. I do need to get rid of this road there, and that's it. And with that, we have everything ready here for school. That is also working for us now. Let's just find us a proper color
Your people are rioting
for this beautiful building. And with that, we will now have also lots of additional workers here that all want to become artisans and pay us more taxes in the process. So far so good. Stay tuned.